today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes and the Houston Texans taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's a Week 9 matchup and we are all set to go as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Houston Texans. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by someone who needs less introduction than any player in the league. A Super Bowl champion, the league's most valuable player for a second time, Patrick Mahomes.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them.
And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a good move. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Patrick Mahomes. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he's playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he's maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Williams now on the return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars. And that's Trevor Lawrence.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Hill on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But you look at this defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. is playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DB, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys down.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Osa Odighizuwa
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Under pressure, they got him again.
Trayvon Walker.
He's the one to get him this time at back-to-back sacks, brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
On the return is Williams. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 72 yards on the punt return.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Achane gets it from the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Mahomes, short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the 2nd half of the season. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Cardinals out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception.
right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Up the middle, Achane. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Achane is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So there he goes, right side. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Singletary loses it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he fires one, but incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this returnable for Hill. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trayvon Walker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. This one left side caught by Collins.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
They'll give this to Achane.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
93 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Lawrence will throw.
That's complete, right around the 8. Touchdown!
Nico Collins.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
The throw over the middle, taken in. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Devon Achane. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Mahomes firing complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Buccaneers,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.